where when guys get drunk, they put them in the parade.
Stick them in there. That's it. They find the paddy wagon. It just follows them down. That's
That's
it.
it, man. We're gonna bring my guy Samson in. Samson,
What's
what's
happening?
good,
What's
man? How
happening,
you
man?
doing?
Been a minute, dog. First time on a live this year, 2022. What up, Rusty? Shout out to you and
How's it
everybody
going,
else
man?
down there in the South, man. I've always wanted to come down to New Orleans, man. That's one of the spots I haven't hit yet.
New Orleans is fun, man. It's just you can't walk down the street without just feeling the culture. You know, the
Right.
heritage and the culture, and it's just, I traveled all over the country. I traveled to other countries. Just a few places that you just feel it when you walk. When you get down to New York City, it's just busy and it's all busy and it's fun, but it's just busy. New Orleans, you can kind of, sit back and take a stroll, and it's everything's cultural. The
And
food,
you can
the
enjoy
music, the
good stuff, man. I gotta come down there. I gotta make that stop. I ain't been down there yet. I gotta get down there, bro.
well, you got an open invitation to True Talent, man. Anytime you want to come to one of
I
our All American
appreciate it. I
games, you
appreciate it.
got full access.
Hey, Rusty,
I
how can
appreciate it.
people reach out to you if they wanted to join your league, or what do you have contact information, some handles you want to leave?
Yep, truetalent.aa at yahoo.com is our email address for the True Talent All American game. And then y'all can get me at rustynoel73 at yahoo.com. Man, I check my emails pretty regularly. Probably about every 15, 20 minutes, I'm on top of things.
All right, Rusty, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you coming on. Good luck, and we'll check out what you have going on in
Appreciate,
May.
appreciate y'all having me. Thank you.
All right, have a good one. Samson, how are we doing?
What's happening, man? Listen, it's a lot getting ready to jump off, bro. I had a rocky, so 2022 has been kind of rocky for me starting off. You know what I mean? So, I went and did the Florida event with Wayne. Fire. Shout out to Coach Mac. I went and did the Coach Mac fifth annual Coach Mac All American game. Games were fire, bro. Like for real. Like I've done. I've on now, mind you, that was my first game as a media guy. That was my first All American game as a media guy. The first All American event that I did as a coach was in 2021, the beginning of 2021. I did Al's All American game up there, a showcase up in Tennessee. Fire event, man. Top to bottom, indoor. And from the minute we got there at 8 a.m. that morning until we left, the event was fire, bro. And it was the same thing, and it was the same thing when I went to Coach Max down in Florida. It was the same vibe. From the minute that we got to Florida until the time we left, it was fire. But when we left and hit Fredericksburg, all hell broke loose.
You are rookie of the year, though. That's for sure, man. You've been
Hey, listen,
killing it.
man. That's just listen. It's just the energy, bro. Like it's crazy because my man. Like shout out to my man, the Ohio player. We met in the same spot at the same time that I first even seen the voice itself, and that was in Tennessee at Al's event. I actually was supposed to coach the Ohio player's son. So it was crazy that we both did media and didn't even realize that we even did media, but we was both there as coaches. So that was kind of dope. So shout out to him, and of course, big shout out to my man Dino. But that's just me talking my, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
just me
yeah.
talking my talk, bro. It's just me. It brings that energy because at the end of the day, let's keep it real. Let's keep it all the way real, man. People can talk all the crap they want about titles not matter, and titles don't mean stuff like that, and accolades don't mean stuff. Come on, man. Listen, it makes you fight. When somebody claims they self, it's like in hip hop. You do hip hop skip. It's like at hip hop. If somebody claims King of the South, then all of a sudden everybody drop albums, bro. So it's
Yeah.
just it's an energy, bro. It's an energy, man. It brings an energy. That's what I'm all about, is bringing that energy.
No, you're absolutely right. Wayne fighting to get back in the stream. Busy,
Yeah,
busy guy.
man. It's a lot getting ready to go on
Oh
down
yeah,
here in
yeah. He
Virginia.
was breaking it down. You got about the fly here, fly there. You got Rusty
Oh
doing his
man,
thing,
listen.
man. But I was telling him, Voice Sports, man, go for this shit.
Oh, we listen. It's like everything else that I'm involved with, like the Warriors, Commonwealth League Warriors, man. That's my program. I love that
All
program.
right.
It's a vibe. That program is a vibe. It's an energy. We have a certain swag that we carry ourselves with. It's the same thing with the local locker room. Same thing with Voice Sports, man. Like every single person in Voice Sports has their own vibe, their own energy, their own
Mm-hmm.
lane. You know what I mean? Like we're like people don't understand that about voice sports that I learned quick, fast, and early, dog. We are really and I love how we combine hip hop, like especially with me and you, even Wayne. Wayne does it all the time. The professor does it all the time. We put the hip hop mix in with the what we do with the sports because if you think about it, voice sports like and I'm gonna break this down again. Voice sports is like Def Jam, bro. Voice sports is like the big label, but then we all have our lane. You get what I'm saying? I got
Yeah,
local locker room.
facts.
I got local locker room, and I got my crew. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got Can We Keep It Real podcast. The professor's got the live. Dino's got Dino TV. So like we're all under this umbrella, but at the same time we got our own thing, dog. And that's what I like about the voice. It's like they don't put handcuffs on you, dog. They let you be who you are and do what you do, Wayne. And I appreciate it. I appreciate Wayne a lot because what people don't know, and I'm gonna say it. He might not want me to say it, but I'm gonna say it. I'm big on loyalty. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, I could respect that.
Like everybody knows my passion and my history. I don't try to hide it, and I carry that same code and that same ethic. So I'm big on loyalty. So like, there's dudes that have rode with me from day one. There's guys that have been with me from day one with the local locker room joint, and I salute Wayne for this because when Wayne brought me in, he didn't know them other dudes. He didn't know about them other dudes. He just know about me. Like he talked to me, blah blah blah. But whenever I said, "Yo, bro, my crew gonna come with me. One of my crew gonna come with me. My crew is with me." He never said like, "Nah, just you." Nah, da da. Nah, like okay, if they with you, they with us. Like so, that's one of the things I love about the voice, man. Like they really embody like morals, family morals. Like if they're your family, that's my family because you're my family. Like I
Yo,
love that shit,
that
man.
comes from the streets, though. You know what I mean? Like
That's
he's with
real.
me.
That's
If
real,
I say
bro.
you with me, then no matter who I'm with, should say
You
respect
would
him because you with
facts.
me.
And Wayne does that, and the proof to that is when he let my brother. Dude been with me for 11 years, man. And this shit hit me. I ain't gonna hold you. But when he let my brother take that trip to Florida with us and he treated my brother like he was media. And he told my brother, like, you one of us, dog, that shit, that's different, man. You gotta
Nah,
respect that.
facts,
And that's why I
facts.
respect the voice label. That's why I'm telling you now, can't nobody say nothing bad about voice boys around me. Facts.
No, oh yeah, yeah, no, exactly. And I told Wayne, like, imagine if we had a network behind us, a
Oh
budget
my
behind us.
God, bro. What?
You know what I
Bruh.
mean? Like, we're doing all this off our own dime, off our
Off our
own
own
back.
dime, off our old time. Yeah, bro. We putting footwork in. We like it's crazy because you watch, and I'm not comparing us to like these individuals, but I'm looking at the situation. You watch the movie Kings of Comedy, right?
Yeah.
And you hear how all those like big name comics started off on the highway, paying their own dime, getting bus tickets, driving in the rental cars and the beat up buckets and sleeping in the bro. We just did that shit this weekend, bro. Like the weekend before last, bro.
Steve Harvey talks about it. Like Steve Harvey
Dog,
said, I had my $6 to my name. He said before I got my deal, sleeping in a car. You know,
listen,
but they facts. I seen some of
listen,
the
man.
videos Wayne was posting.
Yeah, it was real, bro. But it
I
was
see
cool,
out
man.
there.
It was cool. It was cool though, man. It was crazy, but the vibe and the energy that we had and the whip laughing and joking and shit, it kind of
Man
cut the
keeps
edge.
coming in, coming out. His stream. He said they be calling me. You know what I mean?
They
So
do,
his
man.
he said, you know, you and Samson hold it down, but let's bring in his little sidekick over here. What's going on? How
What's
we doing?
happening?
I have something here that I showed Wayne, and Wayne was like, "Oh, not you too." He
Oh
said,
boy.
"Watch this picture. I think you're gonna appreciate this. Where is it? Here we go. The Big Ben retirement party."
Listen, bro. Listen. Wayne not gonna like hear me say that, but Big Ben should already be sitting at home. The Chargers coach is a nut, bro.
Facts.
Pittsburgh should not be in. I'm not trying to be funny. Salute the Wayne in Pittsburgh. Whatever. Pittsburgh shouldn't be in the playoff.
No, no, they really shouldn't, man.
They
Big
really
Ben's
shouldn't be,
been
man.
he should already be sitting home with Peyton
Yeah,
Manning. They say Peyton Manning is so bad that his wife has to take Polaroids now of what he's gonna wear. Like his mind is just like getting to the point where it's that shot. And I was amazed after I read that article.
That's
You know,
tough,
Not
man.
surprised.
yeah, that is tough. Imagine you're like, and I know Jim McMahon is out there because I knew someone that personally knew him, and but they said that Peyton Manning's wife has to take Polaroids of his outfits and stuff, so he can kind of say, okay, I have to wear this today. You know, these guys take so many hits.
That's tough, bro.
I'm not surprised, unfortunately.
Wayne, you with us yet or what? We still seeing that nice Maud
Do you
shirt.
think
JC
you
said it's not pink, it's Maud. So
do you think Brady's gonna be? Because Brady's football wise, Brady's up there in age right now,
but Brady takes kind of he fills himself with that alkaline and the diet he's on. Who knows? It has to work. I mean, the guy's
man. I
gonna be
mean,
like
yeah, he's
he's
still.
gonna be 2036 MVP Tom Brady. You
No,
know
that
what I
man better
mean?
retire in the next 5 years.
They say he's
You
gonna
think so?
retire when he gets
I
10.
hope so.
Well, I
He'll
mean,
get
he
10.
cannot. He can't be damn near 50 still playing in the NFL.
Isn't
You
he
know
like
what?
42 now?
And that's what I
43?
was gonna say. Maybe like 42, 43 already.
43, 44. I mean, Brady kind of defined all laws of
He
physics,
definitely,
man.
yeah, he definitely has.
Hypothetically, I mean, he probably hasn't taken as many hits as Big Ben or
No,
Peyton
No, he
no.
Manning.
knows
That's
how
for
to
damn
take
sure.
hits.
He knows how. Yeah, he definitely knows how to. He knows how to
You
put you
ever
in
see how
position.
Brady falls? He falls like an armadillo. He
Yeah,
trained himself. The way he falls and covers himself up. I mean,
Right.
I think where Brady is, it's that Brady's just smarter than everybody else. He's got it up here where he already knows the game. He knows the answers to the test. He's seen every
Why
defense
she make that look?
possible.
Why she make that
because I
look?
have a thing against Tom Brady and people saying things like that, but I feel like he did his research before going in rather than like as well as learning throughout. But like
That's what's
most
made him the
quarterbacks
goat.
don't do that. What?
Well, that's why he's better
That's
than
what's made
everybody.
him the GOAT. Him doing things that most quarterbacks or most players for that matter don't do. Like you just said, going into the league, Tom probably studied concussions. He probably studied how to take lesser shots. He probably that's why if you're on Tom's team, you got to know that the offensive linemen are going to be some of the highest paid players on that team. Period.
Yeah, especially Nate Solder, especially that blind side, that God's Brady.
So that's what
Now I'm
makes him. That's what makes Brady the GOAT. Is not just his rings, but his longevity and what he's done to make sure he lasts that long. That's what makes him the GOAT.
I seen Brady play before Brady became the Brady. I remember Drew Bledsoe going down, right?
Yep.
Marvin
I
Lewis
remember
hit him, I
youngin.
think it was Jets game, right?
I
So I was
think
like,
we got it
man,
this time.
I
I
was a
think we.
Brady hater. Wayne, you with us? This'll
You
I
know,
tell.
was too.
This'll tell if Wayne's with us. Wayne, are
why
you
does
there?
everybody hate Brady, yo? I don't.
I
Because he
used to hate Brady.
wins.
I don't now. Hold
Just
on.
like
Hold
everyone
up.
hated the Bulls back in the day. Everyone
I
hated the
love Brady.
Yankees.
Listen, I
Well,
love Brady.
so when
I'm gonna
Tom
tell you
Brady
why I
came
love
into the
Brady.
league and you watch Tom Brady dominate and dominate, he
I'm gonna
studies
tell
the
you why.
game.
I'm gonna tell you why I love Brady because he really is passionate about the game. Even now, the man has more rings than damn near anybody else in the history of the NFL,
He's
and
got more rings than
still
most franchises.
he's still more, and he's got more rings than 50% of the franchise.
Yeah.
But yet he still attacks the game like it's his rookie year, like he has something to prove.
Can I
And
throw a curveball? How many of those? How many of those did he win fair and square?
all
Oh
of
my
them.
gosh, here we go.
Now,
Here we
I'm
I'm
somebody that
sorry.
read the
I
Wells
had to.
report.
I
I'm
had
very
to.
versed. I'm
I
here
very
we
love
go.
versed.
Brady.
I'm
Here
very
we
I
go.
versed
do.
on the Wells report. Let me tell you, that was about politics. That whole Deflategate. A lot of that came down to politics. Once you go through all that,
I'm
anybody that
talking more
drives
than
a car.
Deflategate.
Well, what else? What else? What else was it? Deflategate. You're talking. What other
The
ones?
video, the
All right.
so-called video, and I
You know
mean,
what the video gate is?
you
It's
can get
it's
film from
between
anywhere.
it's between being filmed under a roof. That was the
That's
only thing really that they violated. They didn't film under a roof. But Roger Goodell, Bob Kraft was so friendly. people started saying, "Oh, the guy got you the job," blah blah blah. You can't say if they cheated, right? How come that them two guys that allegedly helped him cheat, they never came forward. They never said
Because
they
hey,
never
listen,
got called out there.
anything to stop a goat, man. You see how much hate Saban got last night,
Oh
and so
yeah,
many people wasn't even happy that Georgia won. They were just happy that he lost.
yes,
That is
that he
That would have been
crazy.
lost.
me.
See,
That would
that
have
is
been me.
crazy. That is the
Come on, come on, come
craziest
on,
thing.
come on, come
But
on.
in my defense, as an Ole Miss fan, I'm allowed to hate Alabama.
That
Wayne,
what up, dog?
he's saying, "Come on, come on, come on. We can
He's
hear you.
there.
We can
We can
see
see
you."
you.
This is crazy.
No, we can hear you. We can hear you good.
This is crazy, son. This is crazy, son.
We can hear you.
He said, "This is crazy,
He said, "This
son."
is crazy." He went in. Listen,
He's
that
seeing
is
this. He's like, "I got to
look at
talk
that,
about this."
man.
Thank
No,
God he's retiring. I don't like Big Ben for so many reasons.
Wow.
I
Well,
hate the
you're lucky
Steelers
Wayne ain't here.
with more passion than one can possibly have.
you must be a Ravens fan.
I am.
Remember
Oh,
Cordell Stewart? I remember Cordell Stewart back in the day before Big Ben came around. He was their wide receiver, running back. Then he's transferred to quarterback. They called him
my
Slash.
favorite Steelers player of all time. Ah, man, they had a lot of great players during my era.
So
I'm
like
not gonna
Chase
speak on
Claypool.
before my era, but I have to say my favorite Steelers player. I'm a defensive guy, so I gotta go with Palomalu, yo.
I gotta
The
go
VO5 guy.
I gotta go with Palomalu.
Anthony
He
McFarland.
changed the safety. He changed the whole way we look at the strong safety,
Safeties.
bro.
You're right. He was
Yes.
beast. He was beast.
He was one of the first. He was one of the first safeties I seen play down in the box and be very run stop and be able to be pass stop effective like he was, or you could blitz him off the edge. Like he was crazy. He was the young. You know how this area got the kid Peppers. He's a young. He was an older version of Pepper. He can play in the box. He can play over the top. Palomalu was a dog, and he was
I
a for
only liked
sure
him
open
for his
field
hair.
tackler. Huh?
I only liked him for his hair.
He had the VO5 commercial. You know what I mean? He
That
was
is the
getting
one
it
and only
down.
thing I'll give to the Steelers is that Paul Mello had amazing hair. That's it. And
Oh,
Anthony
she hates.
McFarland because he was a former
Wayne is at home
retired.
right now. Wayne is at home right
Just
now.
crying.
Dying.
He's crying that
Dying.
he can't get away right now.
But I have to say my favorite Steelers player at the moment is Anthony McFarland because he was a former Maryland Terrapin. So
I can dig it.
All right, let me ask you guys a question. Antonio Brown, man, he's all mad. Speaking of Brown, we'll bring it back to Brady and Gronk. Brady let Gronk make the money. He didn't let Antonio Brown make the money. Is there a comparison? What do you guys think of? I think Antonio Brown was wrong for taking his uniform off. I mean, you got to be
I
professional.
think they were wrong for screwing him over.
So listen, I'm gonna say this, right?
That's $300,000 you screwed that man
Times
out.
3. Hold on though.
Times
$300,000 times 3. So we look make sure plus it was 333,000. So
Yeah, exactly.
times
Wayne
3. That's
taught you.
$1 million. That's $1 million. We can suck it up and say it's $1 million. Everybody always talks about someone's reaction, but they don't want to talk about the action that caused the reaction. So with that being said, Antonio Brown's reaction. Everybody can talk about how bad it was and how wrong it was, right? But let's be realistic. If somebody tries to cheat me out of my $40 a week paycheck, I'm gonna act a whole ass at work until I get all my money. This man is being cheated. I'm not gonna say cheated because I don't know all the stipulations, but based on what I've seen, I would have to say, based on what I've seen, this man felt like he was being robbed of $1 million. Not $1,000, not $100, not $100,000. $1 million in incentives he felt he was being cheated out of. So his teammate, the quarterback's homie, we all know that, best friend, bestie, whatever you want to call it, can get his. Who are we to say how he's supposed to react?
And
How
you
would
just
you
seen
react?
how Murder Mook reacted being screwed out of the Drake thing. He felt he lost 100,000. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
And that's in a whole nother that's in battle rap, and it's the same reaction You get the same exact reaction in another different genre of a sport over the same exact thing, money. So who are we to tell him how he's supposed to act? Let's be real about that.
I mean, I know that there's definitely a certain way to go about a
Right.
reaction, but I feel like in the moment reaction is way different than I'm gonna sit and think about this reaction. And if I'm getting
I was
cheated
going
out
to
of $1
share the
million,
tear because
I'm
Bailey
gonna
said something
act.
positive about my Steelers.
There you go. He in it this time.
What?
He
What?
back. He back.
He back. Oh, he was back. He
He
gave us
was
one
back. Now he
line.
can't talk shit.
What's he
Sorry.
got that? He must have that Comcast internet.
No, he has
He
a
gave
Steelers internet.
he got,
They barely win.
He got the Steelers internet. That's
he said he's
bad.
barely in. He's barely in here.
He got a foot
They
in the
can barely
game.
win. He's barely in. Yeah, that's how I feel about the Steelers.
Uh-oh. But yeah, no, I understand where Samson's coming from because you know what? I always said you want to mess with a man's heart, forget his woman, hit him in the pockets.
Yeah, mess with his money, man.
Mess with his money.
That's
You want to get to a man, you mess with his money, man. You'll get that dude
But there's
all
more
messed
than
up.
just money to it, especially with football, because not only is you're robbing of his money, but that's money he's putting his body on the line for.
fact.
That's the difference.
Antonio Brown he said it's never been so easy than when I was in Pittsburgh. Why? Because Pittsburgh Steelers let you show up Sunday and play. You didn't have to go to training camp. You didn't have to go to practice. You didn't have to go to team meetings.
No wonder they suck.
Antonio Brown is Antonio Brown is one of them players that you have to tell him yes. You have to tell him yes, yes, yes.
Another one. She's
Got
running these points up, Wayne. You better get in here, Wayne. You better figure it out.
You may have won. You may have won on Sunday, but I can
buckets
still
on
take
you
my
right
shots.
now. Everybody's crossing over to the bat. Hey, she's dropping buckets on you right now, Wayne. Good God, she's firing you up, bro.
When he's like, I'm going to bet a Steelers
Hey,
stink
look.
that much, but
The only
Antonio
thing
Brown
holding
has
me is that
been
win
one
on
of them
Sunday that they
players.
barely had, so it's okay.
I think Antonio. This is what I told somebody on Facebook the other day. I think Antonio Brown was his actions a little extra at the end once he started getting the attention he wanted. I will say yes. All right. But there are teams out here that's gonna feel the same way. Like I said, you tried to rob the man for his money. There's owners out here. I ain't trying to be funny. Snyder, Jerry. There's owners out here that don't care about them type of animals. We've seen it. They've taken in players that have done that as long as they can perform on the field. So I think he'll find another team. To be honest with you, I
Oh
really
yeah,
do.
probably.
For
And
how long is the question?
since the NFL never got involved, I thought the NFL was going to punish him. I figured they were going to come up with something saying that
Listen,
you made the game look bad, but they said we don't have no part of
we
this.
ain't got nothing to do with that. That's a personal situation with that team.
You know what I mean? Wayne
Yeah,
said
If he
he can't
finds a
get
new
in
team,
here.
how long is he going to be there? I feel like he's in a new team every two and a
he's
half
in a
years.
new. Listen, I swear, that's two teams a season, ain't it?
Oh yeah, exactly. At least two teams a season lately. But we'll
Yeah,
see what's going on.
he'll
It
end up
says
in
just
Dallas.
ask Bailey, how does it feel to see the Steelers in the playoffs and the Ravens at
Oh,
home watching the Steelers washing their tights?
mm,
That's all right. You know why? Because 3 years prior, they didn't make it. So we go 1 year not
Mm.
making playoffs, with injuries, COVID, and just life. That's cool. You guys can try to rub it in, but
She rebutted you, Wayne. We got a new rebuttal king in the house.
hey,
I'm the
listen,
queen of rebuttals. I have twin
Pittsburgh. And
brothers. I
listen,
have to be on top of my game.
Pittsburgh got the Chiefs in the first round.
That's fine. I know the Steelers won't make it very
They
far in
get
playoffs.
listen,
That's
nigga,
the
listen, Chiefs
greatest
go,
thing.
Another one.
listen, listen, Chiefs go. Listen, man,
No,
man, Mahomes is gonna chop that shit up, man.
that's all I need to hear. That's all I needed. I
Yeah,
love
Mahomes
Patrick
is, man.
Mahomes.
I'm sorry,
that's the
Pittsburgh.
only game. If I could see that loss, will be groovy. So
I would,
who makes it on each? Who makes it out of the AFC?
Chiefs.
I don't know.
Chiefs come out of the AFC.
Who else you think? Like who does Chiefs play for the AFC Championship game?
Ah, that's a tough one.
What do you got? The Raiders and the Bengals, right? On they squaring
I'm
off
going
this week.
Bengals.
Salute to the Raiders. We lost a high schooler this weekend in a car accident by a drunk driver. She was 17 years old, and she was
Damn
a
it.
Raiders fan. And Las Vegas Raiders reached out to her family and said, "We want to honor her for the
Oh,
San
that's tough.
Diego Chargers game." Yeah, that was very
That's
tough.
dope.
17-year-old
Literal
girl.
goosebumps.
That
You
was
know,
dope. Hey,
and
that
the
was a
thing
fire
is,
game too.
yes, yeah, it definitely was. Thing is about this drunk driver, we have people that have suspended sentence after suspended sentence after, and they never see the inside of a jail, and then these people end up killing a young girl, and that's a shame. So we really need to take an emphasis on drunk driving. There's no excuse anymore not to get a ride home.
Nah, now with
Uber,
Lyft, Uber, there's so much different shit now. There's no
but
excuse at all.
yeah. But salute to everybody. This been real. I'm sorry Wayne couldn't make it, but what do you guys got going on this weekend, Samson? I'm sure you got some
Listen, man.
more.
Right now, I'm actually resting up. We got a lot going on down here in Virginia. It's about to jump off. We got the Power Five Spring League. It's gonna be crazy, bro. The Power Five Spring League is basically a bunch of spring leagues in the DMV area. It's pretty much coming together and saying, "Hey, let's cross schedule and make our own type of league, so to speak." So the Power Five League is gonna be crazy. They got meetings coming up, interest meetings coming up. As soon as I get the information, get the flyer, I'm gonna throw it up on my page. Um, and then of course we got Al Spears, my man Al. Salute to him. I'm getting ready to head back to Florida in April to represent the 14U, Team VA 14U. So Virginia's put together teams in 6U, 7U, 8U, 10U, 12U, and 14U. We're gonna play an Al's All Star joint, so I got that jump coming up. The coaching staff is crazy, man. It's me, my man Jeff Overton, Kiki Reynolds, Darius Reynolds, and my brother Isho Biggs. All of us on the same staff. Bunch of very well respected coaches coaching at
Now,
14U.
now,
And the
Samson,
other coaching staff is dope too.
like myself, you have also talked about your area don't get no looks. It's like no
None, bro.
recruiters look, and
It's
and I say
rare.
the same thing about Rhode Island. And what these kids need to realize now is now with this new portal coming out, it's going to be even less kids getting less looks. But now that your town is getting and your area is starting to get
Some
some
love.
looks,
We starting to
you
get some
know,
love, man.
you're
Starting to
starting
get
to
some
get
love.
some love. These kids are standing out a lot more, and we just had a kid, Xavier Trust. He plays for Georgia Bulldogs.
Oh,
He's got
we
a
just got a
national
kid,
championship.
Unity Reed out of Manassas, out of Prince William, out of Northern Virginia. Unity Reed, Sean Murphy, middle linebacker. He'll be going to Alabama.
Nice, nice. And
Yeah, kid's a
Bailey,
dog.
your brothers are on the college level too, right?
One of them just declared for the NFL, and the other one I have I
Okay,
have no clue.
Oh, so
okay.
we're gonna have an NFL alumni
And then you're gonna have to switch
sister
teams.
up in here. Yeah, are you gonna
I'm
switch
not
teams?
switching teams. The hell?
Is he
No.
gonna have will call? Is he gonna have the will call waiting? I switched
Wayne said
teams
he's going to
for.
Steelers, but I have hope and faith that he's gonna go to like Tampa Bay or
Look, Wayne
Chiefs.
said, "Keep saying we don't have a chance. What if we beat KC?"
My skin will actually sizzle if I have to wear a Steelers jersey. So I'm putting it out in the universe. Chance
He said
Campbell will
change
not
coming to
go.
Pittsburgh.
He said,
Change
"Chance
is
coming to
coming.
Pittsburgh.
He is
Chance
going to
coming to
Tampa
Pittsburgh."
Bay or Kansas City or any other team in the NFL that's not the Steelers.
So we'll have this is gonna be a heated rival. We're gonna have a versus Bailey and Wayne.
As
You
opposed
know
to
what I
any other
mean?
week.
Ah, she's getting you, Wayne. Oh, you know
She
what?
is,
We got to come back when Wayne gets a better signal soon, so we
yeah,
can
she's
kind of chop
dropping
this up.
buckets on him right now. Bailey is balling. She's buckets on him right now, dog.
But Rusty, we actually have a couple group of kids that are going down to play in the Shock Doctor Pylon tournament.
Oh yeah,
This week down in
Miami.
oh my, yeah, it's down in Florida. I can't
Yep,
believe it.
Miami.
Then they're
I
going
want to
to
say it's Miami
Kentucky,
because we got
Panama City.
if I'm not mistaken, I can't speak for him, but I know him. If I'm not mistaken, I think PME is sending a group down there. My man Juwan and Daryl Overton them would take teams down there to that joint. So I think PME will be down there too. They was down there last year, so I think they'll be down there this year. Metro used to go
Nice.
down there.
And then we got behind the pads is going to Kentucky for another tournament, and then our 14U team is going to compete back to back NFL Flag League
Okay,
championship game, which is a national game, only the last two. So shout out to them. I'm glad we got these kids being seen, whether you're in Virginia, Maryland, Rhode Island,
facts, bro. Facts,
Kentucky.
bro.
We got to get these kids seen now. You high school kids are competing with college players now, to get on your
That's
college
crazy. I
level
don't like
team.
that, man. I don't
I don't
like
like
that,
it
bro.
either, but
I don't like it, bro.
there's no oversight in it, and it's gonna take at
Man, I
least three
hate that,
years
bro.
for this to come
Because
back
now you're
down.
making it harder. Now you're making it harder for the kids in high school that's been working their ass off to get there. You're making it harder, even harder for them to get there, bro.
It was
I do
already
not
hot
like that at
enough. It
all.
was hot enough
It was
before it.
already difficult, right?
Yes,
Man, that's tough. Because the thing about it, if you're a recruiter, of course you're gonna hit the portal first. That just makes sense.
yeah.
It just makes sense.
Hypothetically.
As a business, a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, but the high school kids." I said, "But you're not thinking as a businessman. If I'm a businessman, I'm saying, okay, am I gonna take a high school kid or am I gonna go get the experience?" And as a business, you want to get the experience.
You're gonna go get the experience, man. Listen,
I'd
I
take
think
talent
this
over experience.
this portal is gonna blow up D2. That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna blow up the D2 teams. The
Well,
D2
I'm
team is
see,
gonna get
yeah,
stronger.
I'm
The
seeing
D2 team,
D3 teams right now that are having D1 talent trickling down. I just watched a D3 team get a three-star quarterback.
that you see
You
what I'm
know what I
saying?
mean? So yeah, so
It's
you have
gonna
kids that
happen.
are trickling
It's
down.
gonna
Right,
happen. So it's gonna
exactly.
make those smaller schools stronger. You know what I mean? So that's what's gonna have to happen. You're gonna see a lot of kids that got D1 numbers that are gonna go D2 because of the portal.
That's it, man. But thank you, man. Wayne, Rusty, Samson, Bailey, we
Already, baby.
appreciate it
Of
every
course.
every week. We'll have to do this again really, really soon when Wayne gets a better signal. But yeah, we'll definitely chop it up. Samson, what do you think about the Midnight Madness tournament that Sioux Surf? I think everyone's gonna get indicted. If you've been following it. You know what I mean? I think they're gonna have a whole bunch of battle rappers getting indicted. You know what I mean? Talking about gambling,
Hey,
putting money on the floor.
surf is always in some shit with the police, man.
Yeah, yeah. You would think,
Surf is
I don't.
always like I don't get it, man.
Yeah, Surf's always into something, but we could definitely chop that up soon, Samson.
Most definitely. Hey, what do you real quick? What do you think? Did Danny 30 Tay Rock or no?
I think so. You know what I mean? Tay Rock's never gonna get that kind of love, but I think you know what? Danny is definitely the rebuttal. She's in the room. Danny is definitely um, the rebuttal god. You know what I
Gotcha.
mean? And
I'm with you.
he's so much older, but Tay Rock has that app power. Tay Rock has that. He's young. He done 41 battles. I don't think he got paid for half of them.
Half of them. He
You know what
didn't.
I
He
mean?
didn't get
Nah,
paid for half of them.
he
He
definitely
definitely
didn't.
didn't. He
But man,
definitely didn't.
you
We
know
talking big hat, big jean Tay Rock. He definitely didn't get paid for
that
those.
no one in Maryland knows who he is.
What?
I ask people in Maryland, Tay Rock, who Tay Rock? Ask Wayne who Tay Rock is. You
Man,
know what
Tay
I
Rock is that.
mean?
Listen, that's because he was up north all the time, man. Then, like
Yeah,
I said, he
yeah.
had the big ass fucking, he had the big fitted cap,
Yep.
the baggy jeans. He looked like he was from New York.
K Shine, DNA, Mook. Yeah, I mean, I like them
Briz
dudes.
is
Matt
back. What do you think?
Hoffa.
Briz is back.
Briz won't battle till he battles Mook, and that's gonna happen on RB. You're gonna see on RBE coming up Hitman versus A Ward.
You think RBE gonna get that one?
Yeah, RBE's picking up the slack. RBE is really
ARP
they
been on this shit for a while though, bro.
yeah. Oh, ARP has been down, but now URL suing them. All kinds of stuff going on. But
What? See, I
oh
listen. So
yeah,
I stepped away from the battle rap. I ain't been into it, really delved into it in about. I think yesterday was the first time I actually watched a blog about battle rap in about 6 months, man. I watched Piperboy Williams blog yesterday, and I seen the caffeine joint. I caught some of the caffeine joint, but I ain't been. I got to catch up now. What?
Hit me up.
They
Hit
suing?
me. Oh yeah, they're suing him, saying that RBE did the Daylight King Los battle, and that was contracted for URL. So now they're suing RBE and not Daylight. They're suing RBE for blocking a battle. Imagine that. URL suing.
What?
Yeah, there's
URL is suing RB for blocking them.
yeah,
As
yeah,
much as many battles. Come on, Smack. You got to do better. You got to do better than that, Smack.
yeah. And
As
now
many more
Norbs has
contracts.
his own. Norbs is coming on the scene. Norbs is about to own half of URL. So I mean, he's gonna win his
Yeah, listen.
lawsuit.
That's when I listen. Last time I heard Norbs had it, they had actually extended his lawsuit. That
Go
was the
check
last
out
time I
Norbs
heard.
It All. He does a podcast every night, and he brings everyone on that hates URL. And even Remy Mar has a battle league now called Chrome 23, which is going to put Queen of the Ring out of business. So, yo, we should get a battle rap show going, Samson. You know what I mean?
Listen, I got to get back into it, man. I
Yes,
got to go
yes,
check it out.
but
Remy Mar got a battle. Queen of the Ring actually has
yeah,
competition now. Wow, that
yes,
is
but we'll
crazy.
definitely talk soon.
Most definitely, bro.
I thank you, everybody. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you, Rusty Bailey, Samson. Yo, we'll talk next week.
All right, homie.
Next week.
Okay, bye.
Hey.